Today we're going to make this super cool 3D dinosaur craft using a toilet paper roll. So we're going to need some glue, a black marker crown or pencil crown, a pencil, scissors, a toilet paper tube or roll, and some paper in a variety of different colors. These are all the ones that I'm using, but you can choose whatever colors you would like for your dinosaur. The very first thing we are going to do is choose the color you would like for your legs. So I'm going to choose orange for my legs. I'm going to take that toilet paper roll and I'm going to put it right in the corner of my paper. Take my pencil, put a little tick right on the edge just so I know where the toilet paper roll stops, and I'm going to draw a line that goes all the way down my page from the top to the bottom. If you're not sure if you can do that all by yourself, just grab a ruler and draw your line that way. And once you have that done, you're going to cut it out. You're going to end up with a very long rectangle. Then you are going to take that toilet paper roll again and just roll it, roll it, roll it. And once you have enough paper, you're going to put another little tick at the end of the roll, draw a line across, and cut it. And that just makes your rectangle a little bit smaller. Then you are going to put a whole bunch of glue on that rectangle because you want that paper to stick nicely to it. Put the toilet paper roll back on and roll it up, and just use your fingers to push down so that paper sticks. Now you want to choose the color you're using for your dinosaur. So I'm going to use orange for the body of my dinosaur. So I'm grabbing another orange piece of paper, and I'm going to use my pencil on the bottom left side of my page. I'm going to go up and all the way around. So it's a huge curve from one side all the way to the other side. Now this is going to be the size of my dinosaur. If you want a bigger dinosaur, you can make a bigger curved line. If you want a smaller one, you're going to make a smaller curved line. I want to make the head for my dinosaur now, so I'm going to use that same orange paper, and I'm just going to draw a little rectangle. So I'm going to use the corner, and I'm just going to draw a line down and across just to make that little rectangle. So over and across, I've just made a small rectangle. That's going to be about the size of my head. And then I want to take that pencil again, and I just want to take one corner. So I'm going to take that top right corner and I'm going to curve it a little bit. So I'm just going to take my pencil and curve it a tiny bit, and then use my scissors and cut that so it's a tiny bit of a curve. Then I'll grab some glue and I'm going to glue that in behind, just like that. So put a little bit of glue. If you want a bigger head, that's also okay. Smaller head, once again, that is okay. You get to be creative. Now that we have our body and our head, I'm going to take my little white piece of paper here and I am going to draw an eye. Now I am just drawing a circle for my eye, and then I'm going to cut it out. I'm just doing an eye on one side. If you want to do an eye on the other side, that is completely up to you. And once I have that eye cut out, I'm going to glue it down, grab my black marker, put a tiny little circle in the middle for the pupil, and a little smile on my dinosaur. Okay, for the next step, we are going to create all the little spikes on our dinosaur. So I want to use, so the spikes are going to go way up here. I want to use some orange to start. Now I'm going to take this orange piece of paper and just trim it a little bit so that I don't waste any. I'm going to kind of trim it off a little. And then once I have a little bit of paper, I am going to fold it. So I'm going to fold it over once, and I'm actually going to fold it again. So I fold it over once, I fold it over twice. There we go, it's all folded. I'm going to grab my pencil, and just at the bottom, I am going to, so see how the bottom is open here? You just want to make sure it's open. You don't want to do it on the side that's stuck together. I'm just going to draw a triangle. So I diagonal line down one side and the other side, and the bottom's already done for you. So when you cut it out, you have a triangle. And then you're going to do the same thing. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to use one of those triangles and do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to trace it and cut out some more triangles. Now because we folded this page, we're going to end up with a whole bunch of triangles. Then all you do is you take some glue, put a little bit on the bottom of that triangle, and I'm going to glue it in behind my dinosaur. So I'm just putting one on the one side, and I'm just going to keep putting them side by side all the way around the dinosaur. Now I have chosen orange. You do not have to choose orange. You can choose a different color. It's completely up to you. The whole fun in making a craft is to be creative. Once you are done gluing all of those on, now you get to choose what other colors you would like to do some additional decorating. So I'm going to use red, and I'm going to create some more of those triangles. So I'm going to fold once, and I'm going to fold again twice. And I'm going to take one of those triangles that I had left over. So here I'm going to take that. I'm going to put it at the bottom of my page, and I just want to make one that's a little bit bigger. So see how I did that? I just traced and I made it a tiny bit bigger. And then I'm going to cut that out. And that way I can layer it in behind. So I'm going to do that again. Now this time I already have my red one and I want it exactly the same size, so I'm just going to trace it exactly the same and cut it out. And here we go. We're going to do the exact same thing we just did with our orange triangles, and I'm just going to glue them in behind. So there you go. Once that's done, you have them all layered, and you can see I already started cutting out some circles for decorating. So I just cut out some yellow circles here on my page, or on my mat here. I have some red circles. You can see here I've drawn one, and then I'm just going to cut them out. These are just my decorations. So all you're going to do is cut out a whole bunch of circles in different sizes. You can do small, medium, large, super large. It's completely up to you. You also don't have to use circles. You could do triangles if you want. I just want my dinosaur to have spots on it, so that's why I chose circles. Once you have your shapes cut out in the sizes and colors you would like, you are just going to glue them on. I'm putting mine on randomly. Create whatever design that interests you. Then you're going to grab that toilet paper tube. Remember the one we glued way at the beginning? And we want to cut it in half, so right in the middle. If this is tricky for you, then you can have someone who's a little bit older help you. But just carefully cut right in the middle. It's going to squish a little bit, don't worry. All you have to do is use your fingers to push it back so it pops again. There we go. Those are going to be our legs. And so we need our pencil again, just to do a little bit of measuring. I'm going to take one of the legs and put it near the back of the dinosaur. And then I'm just going to draw a little line on either side of that toilet paper tube so that I can cut a tiny little slit there. And I'm going to do the same on the other one. So there, that's where I want them to be. And I just put little tiny ticks. Then you're going to take your scissors and just cut. So cut along each of those little lines that you just created. Is just a very little cut. You can always make it bigger later, so see how small that is? And then you're going to take those legs, so that toilet paper tube, and you just gently wiggle it in so that it is secured. If it doesn't work, you can make your slit a tiny little bit bigger, and there you go. And all you have to do is lift it right up. Your dinosaur stands up, and it's perfect. You can create your dinosaur in a variety of different sizes and colors. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.